Hey, what's up? It's mikeyperion here, and welcome back to another episode of tazzcraft SMP. So currently we're here on the top of our creeper tower. Well, we already have finished building the creeper farm and the stone factory from the last two episodes. So now it's time to decorate and of course make something cyberpunkish in our city, right? But however, we have to consider that this AFK platform has to be raised up because it's not tall enough to isolate the hostile mob cap away from the guardian farm since it's sharing the same mob cap. So the objective for today's build is to make this building up to level 200. Yes, level 200, which is much higher compared to our tallest building in the new Hyperion city, which is only at level 171. So let's check out what we have accomplished during the last episode. So this building is still in its skeletal form. Well, you can still see the creeper farm in the midsection and as well as the stone factory below it. Well, like I said, we are going to decorate this building and cover it with something cyberpunkish style of architecture, but of course we still have to extend this. Like I said, well, currently it's only at level 150, but yes, well, but before that, I also want to work quickly on our platform right over here because I want to make sure that our building is properly aligned. So especially on the sidewalks, we have to make sure that the sidewalks is aligned with the roads. So basically, we are going to first work on this section right over here. But of course, we still got some resources, luckily from the last episode, and some gravels right over here, and some sand as well. But of course, you are going to need more of that because I think this glass is not enough, although it's already one shulker, but we still need more, right? But anyways, so we still have to do some resource gathering like wool and terracotta. So I got this gray dye right over here because I want to cover the sea lanterns with some gray carpet. Of course, we are going to need some gray wools for that. And as well as I also want to gather 2 shulkers of terracotta since the village that we have there is actually near to a mesa biome. So at least we are going to one direction. So basically, we have to do some resource gathering first before we start our episode. So let's go there now. And without further ado, let's get started. Well, this used to be our base before we moved to the Ocean Monument. Well, this is now a communal property, but of course we can still use it, right? Well, this is the reason why some of the ships are red because Pugs used it during the last time when he needed some wools. Well, now it's our turn, so we are turning this into gray ships. Well, anyways, I'm going to collect at least 5 stacks of gray wool and I'll be back. And now we're here in the Mesa biome. Well, we're about to gather 2 shulkers of plain terracotta. Of course, you have to search for plain terracotta, which is pretty much everywhere, right? But anyway, so I guess this is a good spot. So this is pretty flat enough and got more plain terracottas over here. Well, we also have to consider that Ben's place is actually right over there, so we have to stay away from it. Well, I guess we're already around 500 blocks away from that, and there's a mining shaft right over here, so maybe we could most likely, I guess we will go to gather all of these plain terracottas, but I'm not sure though. But I guess this is a bad idea because I guess we are also going to mine this. So let me place our stuff right over here. But anyway, so I'm going to gather some plain terracottas and I'll be back again. And so far, here's the damage in this place. Well, I thought we are going to consume all of these though, but we already got 2 shulkers of these plain terracottas right over here. But apparently, we are also going to dye this later on with some cyan dye for our building. We are going to use that. So now it's time to go back to our base over there and as well as to go to the sand mining spot. Although we got some sands right over here, but of course, I still prefer to use the same spot where we used to mine our sand, and that creeper over there, I can see him in my peripheral view. But anyway, so now it's time to go back to our base and move on to our mining spot, and I'll be back again. And a couple more of this sand, and this resource gathering has been really taking my time, though. I'm really excited to start the build. But we're almost done. But anyways, we're done. So, well, here's how much sand we already have gathered in this sand mining spot. But anyways, so, well, I would also like to take this opportunity, take this opportunity for you guys to say about the status of the channel. Well, of course, the channel is doing pretty well. Well, thank you guys again for your unwavering support. Well, I'm really loving it. And maybe some of you guys already know that I already have started monetizing almost for a month now. Well, I'm really happy about it. And also, last Friday we already have started the UHC series with the Unknown Empire, of course. Well, I don't want to say how many episodes we got there, right? Of course, that's for you to watch out. But anyway, so, and side by side, we still have 2 more episodes to go before we end our Let's Play series. So basically, I'm just waiting for Minecraft 1.14 to be released before I make my finale for that series. But probably I have to say goodbye for the single player, of course. Now we have these SMP series here in tazzcraft, which is will actually go through across when Minecraft 1.14 is going to be released. Well, basically, Taz is planning to migrate this as soon as the update has come. So, well, this is just only the beginning, and we still have a long way journey. And we got a chop bunny right over here. Get out of there. But anyway, so basically, our project right over here is just a small part of what we have planned for this city. But anyways, of course, and without further ado, well, we have to start building now. I already started resource gathering. But anyways, I'll be back. First part of this building session, we are going to do some road works. First, we are going to build a roundabout because this is going to be the center of the city. And we are also going to mark a street going there on the edge because that is going to be a bridge going to the mainland. And on the sides right over here are also some streets that is going towards our iron farms that we have to isolate in this place right over here because they got some villagers, right? But anyways, so let's make some samples on this area right over here. So first, let us grab some sea lanterns in order to make these roads spawn proof, especially that we got tons of these sea lanterns. We have to use them, right? And some gray concrete, but later on, of course, we are going to turn on these into actual concrete, but and also some yellow concrete. But I guess it's much harder to do some samples here. Maybe we could start a sample on this side right over here because that part is the curvy part, so I have to rethink of that now. But anyways, so some sea lanterns and some gray concrete powder, maybe 2 of these, because on the sides we are also going to cover that with the gray carpet, of course, to cover the sea lanterns and to match the color of this concrete. And on this side, we have to have the lining. Of course, you have to use yellow concrete or yellow concrete powder. Later on, we are going to turn this. And this is somehow a little curvy on this part because this is like a roundabout, right? And yes, I guess this is wide enough. Well, we can check that out later. Of course, we have to do it all around and also on this side right over here. So I guess this should work fine, right? Well, I guess this is wide enough. Well, I believe so. So I'm just going to do the roundabouts and I'll be back. Well, looking on the map right over here, it looks pretty perfect, right? Well, it looks good somehow from above, but looking on this perspective right over here, it ain't that much. I mean, maybe I'm not really got used to these curvy pathways, but I guess this should work fine because we don't have no other choice yet. But anyways, so the next thing that we have to do is, of course, let's go down here. Of course, some sidewalks on this side, and well, we have to do this first so at least we can prevent the water from going outside these roads, right? But anyways, let's do it. And now we're done with all of the sidewalks on the sides of this road or roundabout, and now it's time to convert these concrete powder into concrete. And yes, well, I really like the shade of the gray and the yellow on these concrete. It looks really futuristic, right? Well, it doesn't have the texture of like an asphalt or tarmac, but I guess this is fine for the theme of our city. And as well as, of course, you have to match the color of this road to the sides to make it look wider. We are going to use wool for that. And as well as you also need to fill some grasses on the center right over here. Well, we are going to do that later. And so far, looking good, right? I mean, now it looks much wider compared to what we have earlier since we have those carpets on the sides. And now it's time to work on the middle part. Of course, we are just going to fill some grass blocks in the middle. But anyway, so no time to waste, so let's do it. Dirt, and last couple more of these dirt blocks and we're done. So finally, we're done over here. Well, eventually these grass blocks will just sprawl later on. So now it's time to move on to our main highlight for this episode. Of course, we are going to decorate this monstrous tower right over here. Well, this is not yet its final form. Of course, we are going to start off with some piston doors on this place right over here. We are going to use the same mechanics as what we have in our main residence in the new Hyperion City, and another one over here. So basically, this ground floor is going to be a lobby. Well, it's just gonna be some simple design over here, of course. Well, I'm excited to start this, and let's do it. Well, this looks really familiar, right? Because it's the same piston door as what we have in our main residence in the new Hyperion City, like I said. So basically, it just works the same. Well, we are just using some wooden buttons. Well, the downside about this piston door is that we cannot use pressure plates because it has some different mechanics if we're going to use that. So now it's time to build another one right over here. I know during the last time I did this, I just did a time lapse. So maybe this time I can show you guys on how to build this. So first, we have to place some red dust in this form over here. Well, you just need to copy that, and maybe we can already cover this, cover this redstone dust, so at least we can work properly. So we can use some sea lanterns on the bottom part right over here. Well, any transparent blocks will do, so at least those redstone dust can go through to those parts right over there. So now it's time to place the piston. So basically, this is a 5x2 piston door, so that's why we are going to place a 5 high pile or tower of these sticky pistons on the side. So we are definitely going to have this on this formation right over here. Of course, this is how the door will gonna work, right? And let me reach that part, and yes, so okay, so we're done on the piston part. So now it's time to place the observers on this part right over here on both sides. So basically, the observer should be facing up. The redstone part is should be on the top, and the detection is on the bottom part. So basically, we just need to have these 3 alternating observers. So basically, it's observer and then redstone dust, and then observer again and redstone dust. So if we're going to have this 5x2 piston door, we are going to need 3 observers and 3 redstone dust on each top of it. So well, yeah, so let's place some more observers on this top part right over here. Oops, I forgot to place some redstone dust on this part though. So let's place some redstone dust. So it should be alternating. So it's on the below part is the redstone dust, and then observer, redstone dust, and observer and redstone dust. So basically, it's just like that. Well, I think this is good enough. So we just need to place the buttons. So wait, I guess you have to place a redstone dust right over here. Well, like I said, it has to be a transparent block, so at least the redstone dust will go through on those parts right over there. But also, you can also use some half slabs, right? So basically, I guess this is working now. So let's put another button right over here. Of course, you have to make this side accessible as well. Of course, let's try this. I think this sticky piston is not working. Well, yes. Let me try this again first, and let's see what's wrong. Yeah, let's place some glass doors. So I mean, these glass blocks, so at least we can easily see what's wrong with this. Yeah, okay, so let's try it. And yes, I think there's something wrong again though. I guess this is this observer right over here. Yeah, we have to separate that redstone dust on the top of that observer right over there, so at least it will not be. And this is something wrong. So basically, if you had, experienced something like this, you just need to place back all of these glasses in the midsection, so at least we can start it again. So there you go, and it's now working very fine. So I think we're done over here. So at least this is working now, so it's time to move on. Well, I really got stuck, but I guess this is fine now. So, well, let's move on, and I'll be back. Well, now we got some simple designs here in the lobby. Well, it's not that much, but I guess it's fine. So we already have 2 piston doors on this section right over here, and another piston door on the back side right over here, because we are going to have something over here in the future. Of course, I don't want to disclose that for the moment. Of course, you have to watch out for that. And yes, so this is how it looks like in the front so far. And I also have done these series of sea lanterns on the top part right over here. Of course, we are now going to start making some wall coverings on the sides of the building. Of course, we are going to start moving up and up from now. Well, yeah, so I got these stuff right over here. I already have moved it here, so at least we can work easily. But anyway, so we are going to start working on the outer walls, and yes, let's do it. And this is the design that I'll come up with on this section of these outer walls on this side. Well, it looks somehow a corporate building, right? Well, that's the purpose, or that's the main theme for this building. Somehow it looks modern, but it can be looked cyberpunkish later on. Of course, we have to add more designs. We have to mirror that on the other side over there. Well, I guess this will look nice. This will turn out nice if we have put this pattern all throughout, but we have to take another pattern on the side over here because that part is flat. Well, basically, yes. So let's see how this will turn out. But this one has a little touch of looking like a residential building, though. But I guess it's fine because it's more important to have more corporate-ish design in the front. On this side, well, I guess this is fine because I like those half slabs on the sides. Well, I guess this will look really great in the front part, but of course, well, we have to see about that. And later on, of course, you have to move up, and I also need to work on those areas right over there. So basically, we are just going to adjust a little bit of these design, but we have to be consistent all throughout this building. Well, I guess this should work fine, right? But anyway, so let's find out later, and I'll be back. So far, we're almost done here in the first year of this building. So basically, we're planning to have at least 3 to 4 tiers for this building, except for that back part over there. We still have to work on that after this. But anyway, so we're planning to have at least 3 to 4 tiers for this building with some consistent design and that elytra problems again. But anyway, so I already got used to that. So this is how it looks like so far. And I forgot to put some half slabs on that part right over there. But anyways, I'm just gonna get back to that. So far, here's how it looks like. Well, it looks really nice, right? But yeah, so far, so good, I think. Yeah, so basically this is the design that we are going to have all throughout, at least up to the 3rd tier. On the 4th tier, of course, like I said, we are going to extend this up to level 200, and that's the part where we are going to have a different design for this one. But anyway, so let's check on the back side because I need to work on this part right over here. Well, I haven't been here because this is a water part, so I rarely go on this side right over here. So basically this is how it looks like on the back part. Well, this design is much simpler compared to the front side, especially on this part of the lobby, but of course that is going to be covered. But on the top part, we have to think something more than nicer compared to what we have there in the back part of that lobby. And let's check it out. So yes, well, I don't know if we're gonna have the same design, but because most of those parts are already filled with some covered walls, so we just need to improvise, I guess. So let's check on this side, and yeah, well, it's not yet that much because it's really similar of what we have done in the front part. But I guess, yeah, so now it's time to move on. We are going to work on more of those patterns. Basically, we are just going to use the same design on the first 3 tiers on the lower part, and basically we're just gonna be much narrower on those parts. But yeah, so I can already imagine on how it's gonna turn out in this view though. But anyways, so far here's how it looks like, and let's continue working on this. Well, it's kind of different on the back side right over here. Well, somehow we have consistencies on those sides over there because those are the remaining parts, and on the middle section is we already have built that beforehand. So well, I guess at least we have some mixture designs on the back side right over here. We just need to work on those uncovered walls. So basically, well, we have to improvise for this section. But anyways, I think that's the only way to do it, right? Now we're making progress for this building, and so far so good, right? So now I'm planning to put up something like an image on that section over there, an image of a TNT, which somehow will represent that we have a stone factory in this building. Well, yes, so something like to add more cyberpunkish vibe in this city, so we have to place some billboards like that. But anyway, so let's try it and let's do it. Well, I thought this is gonna be harder to do, but of course I already have tested this pixel art in the testing world. So basically, well, we already have practiced this. But anyway, so this is how I should dismount here. I hope I can survive this fall though. But definitely we can because I already got some feather falling for. Well, that's half of our HP though. But anyway, so here's how it looks like. So we got a TNT pixel art or image in that midsection of this building right over there. So just to add some of those cyberpunkish billboards, well, on what we normally see in the movies, right? So basically, yeah, this looks nice, but it's not really that big though. I mean, I can see much bigger billboards in those cyberpunk movies or games, but I guess for the meantime this will do, right? But anyway, so well, I like this one. But anyway, so now it's time to progress more for this build, and I'll be back. And finally, I found this skelly horse, and yeah, I've been looking for these guys for ages now because I wanted to have a skelly horse, so at least we can ride a horse underwater, right? Especially that we're here in. I'm just trying to defend myself, by the way. I really got used to playing UHC, so that's why I have these reflexes to put some blocks to cover their pathways. But anyway, so let's kill this guy. So now I hope and why did I kill one of those skelly horses? Let me try to aim better. I want to no. I want to conserve. We still got one over there, right? Please. Yeah, we have to spare the life of the skelly horse. At least we can have at least one, right? And there you go. Finally, we got this skelly horse. But anyways, so well, I forgot the saddle though. But anyways, I'm so happy to have this skelly horse now. And now we're done up to the second tier. So far, so good. Well, I'm really liking on what we are accomplishing here. So let's have a better view. So far, here's how it looks like. Well, it looks really modern though. But of course, you have to make this cyberpunkish later on, especially that, well, we have some sort of like consistency, although we have different patterns on every tier. But not patterns, but I mean size of these floorings. But anyway, so on this section right over here on the third tier, we have much narrower part of this building, but of course you have to improvise, and I'm going to do this somehow with a similar pattern up to that level right over there. This is the third tier, but anyways, so let's make progress and I'll be back. So now we got this curvy shape on this tier right over here, so basically we also need to mirror that on the other side. So well, so let's check this out. Well, I'm really excited to see this because I guess this is the first time that I have done this, but yes, so well, let's have a nice view, and yes, wow. Wow, I mean, I'm really happy of what we have accomplished here. I'm starting to fall in love with this building right over here. Oh my god. Yeah, this looks really amazing. I mean, even I feel odd of our build. Sorry about that, but honestly, I mean, this is the first time I've done this. Yeah, so well, I cannot really imagine that I've done this. Well, so far we still need to extend this, of course. I think this will even look better later. And now we're actually done in the third tier, so now we're moving on the fourth tier. Sorry for the fast forward, but of course we have to make progress, right? But anyways, I think I have done something wrong with this. So basically, I'm doing a circular shape. Yeah, I guess I need to add one more block right over here. So let me remove this, and yes, so well, don't worry, I'm gonna get those sea lanterns later. So let's add a temporary block right over here. We're trying to make a circle right over here because I'm planning to put up something like a billboard. Well, not actually a billboard, but since this is a futuristic city, so definitely we are going to have some sort of like a hologram billboard on the top part of this building right over here. Well, yes, I hope this is a perfect circle. So I'm thinking that we can make an image of a creeper face inside this circle right over here. So let's check it out. So well, I'm thinking that we are going to use something like hologram, but we're still on 188, so we have to go further because we need to accomplish the level 200. You just need to add more blocks, I guess 12 more blocks to reach 200, right? But anyway, so let's check it out, and hopefully it's gonna be a perfect circle, right? So yes, well, it's a perfect circle. So well, yeah, it looks like that we're going to have like a Ferris wheel on the top part of this building. But anyway, so far I hope this will be consistent enough with our build, but I think this will look great after we have finished building this. So at least we have something different on the top part. Of course, the top part is the summit, or we have to have something like a highlight on the top part of this building. So basically, we are going to make a creeper face on the top part of this building. So basically, can call this like the creeper tower, like I said from the previous episode. Well, I'm totally excited to finish this, and I'll be back. And finally, we have reached level 200. So well, I made another water elevator on the backside right over here. Well, so far. Well, at least we already have a special space for AFKing and to get more gunpowder that we're going to need for our stone factory. Well, just to make it more efficient, right? But so far, here's how it looks like. Well, it looks like there's going to be like a roller coaster. So this looks like a carnival so far on the top of the building, but that's not our goal. Our goal here is to have something like a hologram in the middle of this ring right over here of this circle. Well, yes, of course, after this we are going to start building that hologram that we've been talking about. And yes, I hope this will turn out great, but I know this is gonna be awesome, I promise you that. And now we got a little nice AFK platform right over here which is secured, and now it's time to build the hologram in the middle of that ring right over there. So let's get there, but before that, of course, let's check things out. And yes, well, this looks really nice, right? Something incredible. Yes, so I didn't reach that part though. But anyway, so well, I also forgot to place some blocks on that part right over there. Well, later on I'm gonna cover that. But anyway, so now I'm going to do this hologram in the form of a time lapse just to show you guys on how we are going to work on this. But definitely it's gonna be a short one because I hope this is gonna be easy. Well, I already have practiced this in the testing world. So well, I'm ready to do this, and let's start the time lapse and let's do this. We're done, and yes, of course, you have to dismount from this dangerous position, and well, at least this is much lower. Well, yes, well, at least our elytra worked this time, which is a rare occasion, but this is, well, looking pretty good, I guess. So, well, let's have a look from afar. Of course, what we always do, right? Well, at least we have a better view of what we have accomplished for this episode, and especially that, well, this looks really nice, right? Of course. Well, I'm totally happy, extremely happy of what we have done for this episode. Well, yes, I guess this is done. Well, yeah, I also forgot about that block on that corner right over there, but anyways, I'm just gonna patch that up. So far this is looking really impressive, right? And I like how did that creeper turned out. On certain views it's not that visible, but at least we have used concrete on those dark spots or black details on those well, on the side right over here. Well, at least the TNT looks nice somehow as well. But yes, so last glimpse of this. Well, we're totally low though. On the back part right over here, well, I guess this is fine. I guess it's fine. I'm not totally fan of what we have done in the back part, but overall, I'm totally extremely happy of what we have accomplished here. Well, yes. Well, I guess we have accomplished a great thing for this episode. So, well, I'm totally happy about this. This is the first time that I have done this, especially that we have a different theme for this city, for this tazzcraft series. Well, yes, well, at least we're getting things right? But looking on this side right over here, well, yes. So, well, I'm totally happy about this. I'm totally happy about this and what we have accomplished for this episode. Of course, well, I guess this is the only time I got for this episode, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Of course, well, thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment, please leave a like, and make sure to subscribe. This has been Mikey Perion, and I'll see you guys next time.